Yes, Viveka, you can go.
Hello and welcome to the 239th meeting of Interpersonal Toastmasters. Here at Interpersonal Club, we all come together from different parts of the world to learn, unlearn, absorb, and celebrate life. What comes into our minds when we hear the word celebration? Festivals, right? Be it any festival in any part of the world. Festivals signify positivity, happiness, merriment, and celebration of life in general. And this is the theme of our club today, which is, sorry, I'm so sorry. Just can't. Okay, I would like to hand over to Sangeetha. Sangeetha, please take it. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Viveka. So, yes, today I will be the Toastmaster of the day. I would like to welcome everyone here, our Toastmaster, our dear guests, our role players today for this meeting with the interesting topic and something that makes us all happy, brings us into celebration mode, the topic of festivals around the world. I would like to explain the structure of the meeting, how it goes. We firstly have the prepared speeches round where we have two speeches prepared speeches for today, and we have the table topics coming up, and we also have the evaluation round coming up after that. I would like to call upon our timer grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Catherine, to explain us the word of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeetha. The word of the day this morning, Toastmasters and guests, is punctuality. On the subgroup, I'm going to share it again on our group. Punctuality is the characteristic of being able to complete a required task or fulfill an obligation before or at a previously designated time. Punctual is often used synonymously with on time. An opposite personality trait of that word is tardiness, punctuality. I will also be looking out for great use of the English language. And for all speakers, I'm looking forward to the use of the word of the day. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Sangeetha.
Thank you very much, Catherine, for describing your role and what you would be doing during this meeting. So I would like to welcome our first speaker, Grace, who has the title of her topic as the power of mentors. So we have our speech by Grace. So I would like to welcome Grace for her speech right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Thank you,
yes.
Everyone. How many of you came to Toastmasters not knowing what it is all about? How many of you already had an idea what Toastmasters is, and so you decided to just come and see it for yourself? And how many of you here at this club came to Toastmasters because somebody, maybe a friend, colleague, or co-worker, told them to attend the meeting? Well, Suzanne, just like me, I have been invited by somebody to attend my first Toastmasters meeting. And let me tell you this. You should be thankful for that person because they saw a potential in you and they just want to bring the best out of you. That's why I'm very grateful that my Toastmasters journey was impacted by many mentors. Today, let me tell you my personal stories with my mentors. and how mentoring affected my journey as a Toastmaster. I started my journey Toastmasters in 2019, and that was impacted by two mentors, Dr. Patty Wiggin and Professor Newton Back. Back then, this club was called ITU Toastmasters. That's where I took my master's degree, and that's where I learned about Toastmasters. They were the very first one who helped me with my icebreaker speech. And like many of you, well, the first speech is always the hardest and the most difficult, right? And I remember how they assisted me well to overcome my fear and how to start well with my speech. I remember sending them many revisions just to be able to master. They also constantly give me feedback and even formatting on how I can best structure my speech. But afterwards, I had some problems, so I stopped. Fast forward 3 years later, I continued my my Toastmasters journey. And I am thankful that I have added 3 more mentors in my Toastmasters journey. The first mentor I met was, I am really grateful to Mr. Abhijit Joshi. He was the first one who encouraged me to return to Toastmasters. He gave me the resources I needed during my return. I remember sending him again the copy of my speech and my recordings. This is my second speech after the first icebreaker speech. So I am quite nervous, but it was his feedback that gave me strength and confidence to be able to continue and go on with my speech. His feedback added value to my speech, and that helped me how can I do better. He was also the first one to encourage me to be more active and participate in taking on roles to Toastmasters in order to improve both my speaking and my leadership skills. He challenged me not only to be active in my local club, but also district-wide. Right now, he is our program quality director, and I am very thankful that he is still there to mentor me. Right now, at this very club, I am very grateful to the husband and duo who is also the pillars of this Toastmasters Club, Interpersonal Toastmaster Club. They are none other than Kalpana and his husband, Raghu. They were the ones that helped me to continue my Toastmasters journey and kept me going. They invited me to attend Speechcraft to brush up my public speaking skills, and up until now, they are still there to guide me as I navigate my role as a club VP of education. They continue to encourage me and take full of the advantage of what Toastmasters can offer in order to fulfill both my personal and career goals. Let me tell you this. Mentors are indeed powerful. They are the one to help you learn the program fast. They provide tools for you to succeed. They help you learn about the club standards and customs and aid you with all of its activities. They help you to develop your confidence because they are knowledgeable. They help members to grow their self-confidence level. Being an introvert myself, my mentors have always challenged me to participate, to overcome my shyness, and just speak up. They are there to help you to quickly learn your speaking skills. They familiarize you with the resources that you need and coach you to be able to advance faster. And so as I conclude my speech today, I highly recommend to all of you here, take advantage of the unique program that Toastmasters offer for its members, that is mentoring. Find a mentor that will help you to learn what Toastmasters are offering, build your skills in speaking, and succeed in both communication as well as your leadership skills. But before I end, let me first use this platform to thank all my mentors. Even though they are not here today, I want to personally thank Patty, Nutan, Abhijit, Raghu, and also Kalpana. They have made my Toastmasters journey worthwhile. I have so many learning opportunities and I really enjoyed it to take advantage of it. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Grace. It was such an inspiring speech, to be frank. I'm sure, more guests might be inspired to join our Toastmaster Club. It was very good to hear your journey at Toastmasters. Thank you very much. And yes, we have our second speech and we have our evaluator for the second speech by Jim Benson. I would like to call upon the evaluator to talk a bit about the speech objectives for the speaker. I'm sorry that I missed for this first speech. So I would like to call upon Jim to mention the objectives for the speaker.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. It turns out I understand from the speaker, Bharat, that he will not be giving a pathways speech tonight, just a speech that he has given many times before that he's very passionate about. And the title of his speech is Let It Be. Let It Be. And I presume that the timing will be from 5 to 7 minutes. Am I right, Bharat? Okay.
Correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Jim. So let us no longer wait and start hearing about what our Toastmaster Bharat has to say for us. So let's welcome our Toastmaster Bharat with the topic, Let It Be. Let It Be is the topic for Speaker Bharat.
When I'm in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, imagine and join me in those challenges we all faced in various parts of our life. Let me take you back and share with you some of the challenges I have been facing. I was living a nomad life, traveling around for work, Dubai, India, Hong Kong, mainland China, 4 countries, 4 driving licenses, 1 wife. Well, I am a family man. Traveling was fun, especially when the money smells so good. Deep inside, I was sad. Why? I missed my family. My beautiful wife, Angela, and 2 lovely daughters, Ankita and Asta. Sitting in the hotel, I could see and hear my inner voice say, let it be, let it be. Well, this calmness helped me reorganize my work life. There was no more traveling. We were living together. Parties, movies, and the fights together. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, after dinner the other day, few months back, my daughter came to me and said, Dad, I want to talk to you. Why is she so mysterious? Daddy, Daddy, I have been selected to a university in Spain for my master's. What? When? How? Daddy, I was doing all the preparation in the back end. I have passed the interview. I applied my visa. Everything is ready. I am planning to leave very soon. Hey, you got admitted to the prestigious university in Hong Kong. Why Spain all of a sudden? How long? Dad, it will be only 19 months and I will be back in a jiffy. 19 months? Will you come back? What if you find a boyfriend? We'll never be able to live again together. My heart was very sad. And I could not utter even a one word. I saw the look on my wife's face and my daughter's. She was already crying. I was the big man of the family. I have to stay strong. And the inner voice once again comes to me. Let it be. Let it be. This incident brings me to some life challenges which I faced, which my friends faced when we were young. We are all there in a garden with our children enjoying. All of a sudden, there was a fight, and that too on the swing. These two friends of my daughters were fighting. My God, the swing broke. And then both of them fell to the ground. The first parent was so mad at it. Hey, your child cannot do anything. Why is she fighting on the swing? And she started hollering and shouting and creating a tantrum. The other parent was calm. She said, let us see if the children are not hurt. Oh, it's a little cut. Let's take them to the hospital. The parent's calmness saved the child for aggravating his pain. The focus was on the child, not on the fight. In life, in our challenges, we are always so anxious. What will happen? This is the end of the world. In fact, staying calm will give us the strength to understand and solve the challenge. By getting mad, anxious, hollering is only going to aggravate the situation. So next time, whenever we have any challenge where we are not able to do anything, to rewind the situation, what will we do? For me, by staying calm, I can increase my resistance against any kind of storm. Fellow Toastmasters, whenever the night is cloudy, there's a light shining through. And this song from Beatles will always resonate with me in any of my challenges. So let it be. Let it be. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Bharat, for your experience, talk about your personal experience in your life. Now I think it's time we talk about festivals a bit more, how every one of us would celebrate festival and what it means to all of us here. Well, festivals, okay, that's itself is like a celebration mode. It brings us to celebration. It's a way to express and celebrate our heritage, culture and tradition. And these festivals are quite important in our social lives. They kind of bring structure and to our lives. It brings us close to families and our roots and backgrounds. um, and they inspire us to remember important things in our lives, the people, the nature, or such things. um, in some or the other way, festivals are cultural. It could be their festivals are either mostly national festivals, or it could be a religious festivals or seasonal festivals. But all of them have the purpose of bringing happiness to our lives and is meant to strengthen our sense of community. So when we think of national festivals, it's mostly the festivals that connect citizens to important events in the country's history. It could be an Independence Day or a Foundation Day of a country, something like that. And they kind of bring patriotism in people and brings people together as a nation. Um, or religious festivals are more to do with traditional families, cultures. um, they kind of teach us the message of love, tolerance, and understanding to get along with people. And they mostly are meant, we mostly express gratitude to God or the festival that is connected with. And we also have seasonal festivals, yes, that kind of tells us how we react, how our attitude is towards nature. Um, it could be related to our food supply. So where we have certain festivals that during harvest season, we have festival to rejoice the harvest season. And that itself in itself is a celebration. So you're kind of appreciating nature for what it is offering us. So I think there are these kind of festivals, but the main purpose of festivals is all the same. And yeah, I think we can look into the next topic for today. The table topics for the day will be conducted by Toastmaster Kalpana. And I would like to call upon Kalpana to start the table topics for today.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Sangeetha. Yes, table topics, one of the exciting part of our Toastmasters meeting. And I'm here to bring in some festival related questions for all of us. So let me start with the guest we have today. Yes, Diana, for you, your table topic is my favorite festival. Please type in your message in the chat box. I'll read it for you. Thank you. May I request Toastmaster Mohini to unmute yourself and let me know if you can take a topic? She's a guest Toastmasters.
Yes, thank you. I can.
Okay, Mohini, your topic is my favorite festival, Toastmaster Mohini. Over to you.
Festivals take me back to my childhood. That is, seems long ago, so long ago, it seems. I remember playing as a child in my village with my parents, and we were little children. I sometimes wonder if I'm seeing a movie because reality is so different. We used to have this deity being taken around the village lanes, and we were supposed to mix saffron water in little pots and splash it all over the people. And we would go to the wild and collect the little lantana flowers. They were pretty pink and white flowers, which we used to pick and then add it with the saffron water and splash it on people. And eventually we would put it at the feet of the people who were pushing or carrying the deity around. Those are such fresh memories. Yes, it was always related to a relationship with the Supreme Being. And that connection makes the bonding even more stronger as we grow older. It is the meaning of like Ubuntu. I am there because you are, and you are there because we are. It is a moment of sharing, which we don't see nowadays, all closeted with our mobile phones and computers in everyone's single rooms. We don't share rooms either, like we did in our childhood, where we all bundled up into one bedroom, even though we had 2 bedrooms. Today, it is 1 bedroom per person, which isolates everybody. So that has become the way of life today. Yes, festivals brings this thought to me of community, of being together, sharing. Like Mother Teresa has said, you can do things that I cannot do, and I can do things that you cannot do. Together, we can do great things together. Yes, that is what festivals is. In today's global era, we have to do things together. Thank you for the memory. Over to your topics, Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohini, for that wonderful topic. Now I would like to call visiting Toastmaster Joyce. Would you like to take one topic? Okay. Anyone who is interested? Sudhir, would you like to go for the next topic?
Yes, I'm interested.
Okay. And I hope you are able to see the timer, Toastmaster Susan. Sudhir, you are on mute if you are speaking.
May I know what is the time for the table topic?
It's at least 1 minute to 2.5 minutes. You can talk. At completion of 1 minute, you will be seeing a green card. At completion of 1.5 minutes, you'll see a yellow card. And after completion of 2 minutes, you'll see a red card. And you'll have 30 seconds of grace time after you see the red card.
Hello.
Sudhir, are you able to hear me? You'll have to speak at least for 1 minute, and you will see a green card after you complete your 1 minute. And after you see red card, you'll have 30 seconds.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
Sudhir,
good to
your
go.
topic. The festival I miss to celebrate with my family. The festival I miss to celebrate with my family, Toastmaster Sudhir.
Okay. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to the all fellow Toastmasters throughout the globe. In India, there are multiple festivals. We have our lives engaged with full of festivals. At least we used to have 1 or 2 festivals in every month. So being and with for every festival, most of the festivals we celebrate with the family itself. So for every festival, we used to go for a temple, and we used to do a lot of puja with the family, as a part of we habituated to buy a new dresses for the entire family and do puja in the morning, and they celebrate the festival with different kind of foods, and So few of them we used to offer to the idol. So recently one of the festival which I missed, I would like to share with my Toastmaster fraternity, that is Dasara festival. So we call it as a Navaratri. It's a festival of 10 days. It's a festival of 10 days. So every day, in for in India, we have a Shakti Swarupa, which is called as a Durga. We used to worship her in 10 different, 10 different, what do you say? We used to worship her in 10 different forms, which is Navadurga, and each and every day we used to perform some pujas to the one form of the Durga, and we used to offer some food to her. We used to, we pray with the family together. Due to my shift hours, I couldn't able to attend. I couldn't able to stay with the family, and I couldn't able to attend these pujas on these 10 days. So every day, as a part of the uh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you, Sudhir, for that enlightenment on the 10 days festival. Yes. Susan, do you have anything to say? Your hand is raised.
No, rather than having you pin me, if I raise my hand, it puts me to the first box in everybody's screen so that they
Okay.
can see the timer.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Who would like to go next? Okay, Piyush. Piyush, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I can go next.
Okay. Toastmaster Piyush, why do we need festivals? Why do we need festivals, Toastmaster Piyush?
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. I used to think that we need festivals. And the traditional answer would have been, if you asked a past me, is like, because you would like to mingle with family or have a reason to celebrate, come together as a family. And that's why we have a very defined way of celebrating festival. Like we have the Thanksgiving where we thank each other for all the good stuff they have done, how their contribution in our lives. Like going back to the Navadurgas, we have this 10 days where there's a history behind Lord Rama killed Ravana. It's like a win of goodness over evil. So there is a reason to celebrate. And we have our first New Year, the first day of year, and we celebrate because that's a new year. We have our own sort of plans, goals for the rest of the year. But as I grow a bit older and maybe a little wiser, now I'm thinking maybe we can have our own festival. Like, why not every day is a festival? Like, I should not wait for the 1st of January to set my goals for the year. I can decide, hey, October 6th is my day, or continuously I'm going to like have whatever I like as my goal, and that I will try my best to pursue for next few days, months, or how many ever tenure. And that's my festival. So past me, maybe there is festival, there is reason. Current me, maybe not. Thank you, Toastmaster. Over to you.
That was nice, Piyush. Yes, and we have the last topic for our visiting guest today, Joyce. Would you like to unmute yourself and check your audio and video?
Hi.
Yes, I'm able to see you. Thank you. So Joyce, your question is, my preparation for any festival starts when? My preparation for any festival starts when, Toastmaster Joyce?
My preparation for any festival. I have a name in my family. They call me Last Minute Productions. I think that speaks for itself. I always put myself under pressure. I think that's when I work best. If someone else puts me under pressure, I'm a mess. But if I put myself under pressure, I work best because in my head, I have it all planned out, so I know what I'm going to do. And I usually get it done. I'm punctual. When I plan to do something and I have to meet the deadline, I get it done on time. I used to make wedding cakes years ago. So for friends and family, etc. I used to do these large, elaborate wedding cakes with 10, 15 tiers, with staircases and all that sort of thing. And fountains underneath with coloured water. And people used to say, how do you do that? And my children say, Mom, have you got enough time? When is this wedding? Are you going to get it done on time? And I'd be, yes, just leave me alone. Let me do it. And I did used to do it. Obviously, of course, I gave that all up a few years ago when my parents needed caring. But yes, I always put myself under pressure. Last minute productions. That's me. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
We can visualize that, and you almost made all of us to prepare for the upcoming festival. Thank you. With this, I will conclude the table topic speeches and would like to hand over stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sangeetha.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kalpana, for conducting this table topics. So I think next we will have to go for evaluation round. So we have our two evaluators for the two speakers that we had. So I would like to call upon our evaluator Piyush for the speaker one, who was Grace.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Sangeetha. Toastmaster Grace, you have done an amazing job in delivering the speech, The Power of Mentors. I personally very much agree that there is a lot of value one can add to be a great mentor. To count a few good work or something that you did very well in the speech. The first one is you started with a couple of questions, not just one, but I believe you asked 2 or 3 questions, like how many of folks here are invited by a mentor? And then you beautifully established the term mentor. That was so beautiful, a great start. You felt very comfortable throughout the speech. You have a very calm voice. That's a blessing. I mean, I sometimes appear rude even if I'm normal. I mean, that's how you have a great voice quality, and how you tell the story. And you use a lot of personal examples where you had 3 different mentors. I believe most of them are part of this group, and how they helped you grow from someone who had problems, and we always have sort of issues and our bodies trying to prepare ourselves for the speech, like how you mentioned your icebreaker speech and how you started with reviewing your material and recordings. Like that shows the dedication that you put into your speeches. So that's really amazing. It clearly showed a lot of interest in the topic you had, and comfort level clarity. Getting into the areas of improvement, I would say this is a tough one. It's hard to find something was like so calm voice, such a well delivered topic. But one thing I would advise is that even though the timing of the speeches are such that people don't lose focus, but then what may happen is in the world of internet, people have very short attention span. So in order to sort of get people engaged, you need to have some sort of hook. And what you can use as hook is maybe use a bit of an emotion, like how you said you had 3 years of gap then when you restarted the Toastmaster journey. So you could use that bit more emotion, like I had 3 years of gap, maybe make it a little bit more, a bit sad and then jump back to happy. So you can use that, or maybe use of pause, or maybe a little bit of gestures to create that hook somewhere in the middle, maybe at the 2 minutes or 3 minutes mark. So to summarize, great speech, great start. You established the term mentor very well, felt very inspiring overall. You felt very comfortable. And to challenge yourself, you can start adding hooks in the speech, like adding emotions or gestures. Thank you. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Piyush. I'm sure your evaluation feedback would help the speaker in their further speeches. That was a good one. So let us hear from our second evaluator, Jim, who would be evaluating Bharat's speaker.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. And thank you to Bharat for giving a speech that was beautifully expressive. When I heard the title, Let It Be, I immediately thought of the Beatles song, not thinking that that song would be sung to us tonight in part, but Bharat, you did it. One of the things that really stood out for me in terms of your speech, and this is the first time I've actually heard you speak, is how well you use your gestures and your voice together to express your emotions or express what's going on with you. And you did it so effectively in terms of the first challenge you talked about, how even though when it was very exhilarating to travel to all those places, Dubai, to India, to Hong Kong, it felt kind of empty because you missed your family. And you were able to communicate the longing that you felt very well. And also too, regarding your daughter, once you had decided, okay, no more traveling, I'm going to be spending more time with my family, then your daughter announces that, oh, well, I'm going to be doing my master's in Spain. Well, that's another, you really captured those emotions as well very effectively. And you told two very powerful stories. The first one, obviously, about how important family is to you. And the second about how showing calm in the face of strife can help you to overcome your challenges. Both stories were told very effectively and with great punctuality as well. If I had a suggestion for improvement, it would be that how can I connect more powerfully these two powerful stories? One thing I might suggest to you is at the very beginning, right after you serenade us with Let It Be, you could say, I'd like to tell you tonight about the importance of family. And you could say through two stories, through two incidents that I want to share with you. Bring us right into your world right away. And I think that might be a good way to do that if you give your speech again, and I certainly hope that you will, because it's well worth it. Great job overall. Thank you for it. Keep going. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Jim, for your evaluation. That was a good one. And next we have our counter, Toastmaster Viveka, to summarize how our speakers have done today. Yes, to you, Viveka.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Sangeetha. Thank you. Well, this session was flawless. All the speakers were impeccable. Mind you, if we continue at this rate, if we continue at this speed, the position of our counter will become redundant in a club very soon. So we need to have few pauses. We need to have few flaws here and there. But, the problem is that I have to justify my position today. I have to make you feel that I did some work. So just because I have to make you feel that I was here in the meeting, there are a few observations. Everybody was good. Sangeetha, unlike me, you're a prepared speaker. That's what I observed, and you speak slowly. And I think that you're not aware that you use crutch words. You use, a lot. Just observe them. I'm not a prepared speaker. I suffer from it, and I need a lot of discipline and preparation, but you have dedication and discipline. So I think just a little bit of observation would go a long way. It's going to help you in your speech. That's it. Rest, everything was fine. And thank you, everyone. It was a very good session. I enjoyed all the speeches. Back to you. Yes, there are few tips and tricks to improve impromptu. If we start observing our crutch words, for example, I know that my crutch word is, I use a lot of them. So once we observe them, we can work on it. It's always better if we observe. Second, prepare. There is no excuse to practice or good preparation. Third, once we are about to speak, if we take a step back and think for a few seconds, it helps us. We don't lose our train of thoughts. Yeah, these are the tips and trips. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster Sangeetha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viveka, for suggesting how we can improve as well with your recommendations. That was good. Yes, I will have to definitely observe more and improve on it. Yes, thank you for that. And then next we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Catherine, who would summarize our good language usage and who has used word of the day. See you, Catherine.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeetha. Toastmasters and guests, congratulations to those of you who have used the word of the day. I would like to commend our Toastmaster of the day. I'd like to commend our prepared speakers, especially, please, I beg your pardon. I'm trying to practice what, I'm trying to put into practice what our counter said. Think a little bit before there's no excuse for pause fillers. So I'm trying to think through. So our prepared speakers, thank you for using the word of the day, punctuality. I would like to commend Toastmaster Bharat. I would like to commend our table topic speaker, visiting Toastmaster, I think, is it Carol? Please correct me if I've got the name correctly. Joyce, sorry, I beg your pardon, for using the word of the day. Some of the uses of the English language that brought music to my ears were from the prepared speeches. And this was none other than Toastmaster Grace. We enjoyed the music of how you use the words the rich words to brush up my speaking skills. That was beautifully presented as you talked about your mentors and how they were preparing you. I would like to commend Toastmaster Bharat for beautifully using the English language as you describe your family motions and separations, and describing beautiful words that brought richness to your presentation. Thank you for that. I'd like to commend the evaluators, Toastmaster Piyush, for using the excellent English language when describing Grace's speech, especially when you are advising her to improve certain areas of her speech. You specifically used efficiently or effectively. Toastmaster Jim, you also used effectively or beautifully, I think you said beautifully presented or beautifully effectively presented. Those were beautiful words that brought music to our ears. Toastmaster Joyce, as you presented your topic, you mentioned something that I had not heard about, last minute project person. I'd never heard about that, but that was beautiful music to the ears. It was wonderful to hear you. I thank you. That's my report for today. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Catherine. I would like to read out what Diana has to say for us. She has mentioned about punctuality.
Oh,
She
excuse
says,
me. Excuse me, Toastmaster Sangeetha. I'd like to
yes.
comment Diana. Diana has used the word of the day. I'd like to thank Diana. Diana, thank you for using the word of the day as well.
Yeah, it's good to read it out. I would like to read that out for everyone. Punctuality, my favorite is coffee to get my life punctuality whole life. I do that morning time punctuality. The coffee was so good morning, but I felt crappy day. Okay, in getting life a bad day, punctuality with coworkers, punctuality. Good. Thank you, Diana. Okay. So we have almost come to an end. We have the timer who would summarize how many minutes each of us have taken in our speeches. So I would like to call upon Susan to summarize our time. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. The first prepared speech by Grace, prescribed time 5 to 7 minutes, actual time 6 minutes and 52 seconds. Bharat, prescribed time 5 to 7 minutes, actual time 7 minutes and 40 seconds. To our table topics. Mohini, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The prescribed time is 1 to 2 with a 30-second grace period. We had Sudhir for 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Piyush, 1 minute and 53 seconds. Joyce, 1 minute and 36 seconds. On the evaluations, the prescribed time is 2 to 3 minutes with 30 seconds grace. And Piyush, you were 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And Jim, you were 3 minutes and 24 seconds. So I'd say for the most part, people were dealing with their times with great punctuality, but it's too late to be counted. Thank you, Catherine. Bye-bye. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Susan, for summarizing this. So it's good that we hear something from our guests. So let us see who are our guests for today, if they have any feedback for us, and if they enjoyed our session. Is there any guest who would want to speak few words about your experience today?